A big hello to you. Welcome back to another episode of Rising World. I'm the Radio Man 03, and it is awesome to have you along. The downstairs area is decorated out. Mom and Dad sleep right down here. Yep. They sleep down here. Kids are going to be upstairs. We've got a little end table here that, keep what little trinkets they have right there. Also, I put a couple of small hooks on the wall here. Just some pegs where you'd hang your coat up or something. You can see there's one over on that wall there too. I've also pegged all the joints in the room. So everywhere that we've got a beam coming through that's hooked up to something, we've got a little bit of a peg holding that together. The fireplace, I did a little change here. I put this corner block in that drops down sort of the stair corner on both sides of it. And then I'm using these as sort of cups or containers that you would put stuff in. And I thought those are pretty nice. She's got a nice table here to work on for her food, and we've got food in here. A little bit of food anyways going on in here. So a couple of storage boxes right underneath here. So I think this is going to be pretty much it for the downstairs area. If you guys got more ideas, let me know. I went with more of a cleaner looking table and chair, and then the rustic old wooden bookshelf behind there. There's a cup on the table right now, and just kind of pegged it out. Also the ceiling work is done. I put in the trusses. I tried to put cross beams from here across to the other side, and it just was not working out for me. There's so many beams and so much trim on the outside of the house right now that it's really difficult to get the beams to do what you want to do. I've added a couple of pegs up here too. We need to get a little bit more wool from sheep in order to finish the beds. Oh, and I put a rail up here. So now there's a railing on the second floor to look down over the top. So let me give you guys kind of a look at that. I'll come downstairs here. That'll probably be the easiest way to look at that. But there is a railing now upstairs to keep the kids from, falling downstairs from above. You don't want that happening. I also did a little extra trim work around the fireplace as well. I took some of this wood here, and I made some smaller pieces, and I trimmed it out just to get rid of some of the squareness that's here. And so it gives it a little more of a mantle look to it that you could hang your stuff on. Your tools, your cooking utensils and stuff like that. And then so that takes care of the inside. I think it detailed out pretty good. I like the way it looks. I think I could probably use another peg right here on these joists right here as these beams come down. A little peg right there. I think I could add that to it. But other than that, that's the house. The farmhouse is done in terms of the trim and everything else. We got a little more, like I said, decorating upstairs to do, but not a whole lot there. We just need some beds and maybe a chest. We'll put a chest up there that they would keep some clothes in and stuff like that. I trimmed out the door well as well, as you can see here. The only thing I don't like about this is that when you open the door, that piece of trim comes through it. I guess I'm willing to live with that just so I can have this door trimmed out and looking nice. Yeah. So that's, whoops. We do need to add lighting and stuff to this, but I think we'll get to that later. Just so you know, the trim is all done. I'll take a look around the house here. We did a little bit over here on this side. We could probably use maybe one more piece coming across here. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it's really necessary. The back of the house here, we've got trim on the walls here now, holding back all the mortar and the stone. And here's the backyard. The back of the house, I'll give you guys a good look at that. So you can see the trusses through the window on the second floor there. That looks pretty nice. So yeah, all trimmed out on the back as well. And then let's take a look at the side too. Boom, there we go. All trimmed. Lots of boards just to give the whole house a nice look. Oh, the cherry trees. I moved the cherry saplings up here next to the house. So if she needed to come out and get some cherries for a cherry pie or something like that, she just have to walk out the front door and bam, she's got herself some cherries. So I got 2 cherry trees. There's a 3rd cherry tree, and I've got 2 apple trees growing right here. Actually, 3 apple trees growing right here. So yeah, so a little bit of apple tree action going on right there. And I was kind of playing around with some of the stone and some grass. You can see I did some grass work here in front of the house. This will be changed out to gravel in front of here and stuff. We need to kind of decide where our paths are going to go. The property for the farm, here's an apple tree up front here too. The property for the farm is probably going to start right about here. We'll do some sort of a fence right here that kind of marks this as being the front of the farm area. And I'll probably bring this up a little bit too, and then this will drop down into this little valley right here. In the front yard. I haven't grassed up everything, just little bits and pieces here. I've been kind of toying with things a little bit. As you can see, I've added some stone out here, and I thought, you know what, we could take a look at that real quick. Today we're going to build an outhouse and a well. I want to get those 2 things installed so I know where those are going to be. Let's grab a little bit of grass. Up, there you go. There we go. And I was just kind of toying with this. I love this part of the game. I love just kind of coming in here and getting kind of funny with this sort of stuff. To me, it's just so much fun. So we kind of come around like the stone right here. I thought a little bit of rock outside the house would look kind of cool. There we go. We're going to grass that up a little bit, really nice. And we're going to grass that up, and then we're going to come over here, and we'll just finish this out real quick, this little area right here. Okay, and then we're going to come back with our sickle. Now, closest to the rock, what we're going to do is we're just going to lower this grass down. Just kind of right-click the grass. Maybe we'll take a little bit of this out of here. Let's see if we can fix this up a little bit so it's not quite so much right. There we go. It's not right on the stone. We don't want it right on that. And I noticed the farthest left line here is where the grass seems to grass the most. Like so. There we go. We can actually take this all the way down right here. There we go. Oh, took a little bit too much off of there. If I do this, that's going to want to take it right all the way down. You got to play with it. You really do have to play with the grass, that's for sure. Odds are the whole property is going to probably have grass about this tall in it right here. I like this length. They didn't have lawnmowers back then, so you know why would they have super short grass? Let's see if I can get this to shrink down just a little bit more. Maybe not. Maybe not. You can see I'm getting a little bit of grass back each time I do that, so you can kind of fiddle around with an area quite a bit. And get it to where you want it. Sometimes it requires you going back over and over and over again, like so. And then you get this nice little jut out of rock right here. And then I'll come along the entire piece of property here. Let's see here. We're gonna go like so, like that. And we just kind of bring up a little bit of grass along the edge of the house, like so. And then when we cut this back, it looks really good. We right-click the grass like that. This piece right here, I don't have any idea where that came from. There it is. It's right there. It's got something weird right there where it wants to go pop up like that right there. So we'll do that right there, and then maybe what we could do is have a little bit of tall grass standing out there. But we come along the edge of the house, and it just kind of, you know, it dresses up the bottom of the house. When you do something like that, it just really makes it look like it's set in the terrain, doesn't it? I think it does. I think it makes it look very nice. And it's actually quite fun and quite relaxing actually to do something like that. But it just kind of brings the house in. This grass right here, man, it's going to be a pain. I don't want that tall grass there. But it's that piece right there. So maybe I can do... No, look at that. Ha! It does not want to give me that. There we go. There it knocked it down a little bit. Over here, I added some stone with a few flowers and some taller grass around it as well. Just so you can see that right there. So we'll leave that right there. And then I added another one right over here. Just a little bit of stone. So the whole yard isn't just grass, you know. You've got to add a little bit of rock in here to just kind of blend it in with the environment, I think. So that's really nice. And we'll probably do some more stone work all along here, just stone. No retention wall or anything like that, just some stone work. And then I put some pretty flowers in here too, as you come up the hillside. I moved all our stuff from up here down below, and as you can see, we have now a nice big garden going on here. I found a pumpkin, excuse me. I found a couple of things over the weekend. I did some more scythe work out here, chopping down some grasses, and I wound up finding broccoli first. We've got strawberries growing, quite a few strawberries actually now, so I've been harvesting the strawberries and spreading them out. But we did find cabbage and we did find lettuce over the weekend. I found both of those. So I've got these guys going. As you can see, we've got a substantial carrot crop and a potato crop down here. We've got quite a bit of both going. I also bumped up the watermelons as well, so we've got quite a few watermelons growing now. And then I've actually multiplied these guys quite a few times, as you can see. I worked, I'd say, probably a good 8 hours over the weekend on Rising World on our village here to get things kind of started off. So yeah, lettuce and broccoli are here now with us. Matter of fact, we have all the plants now except for the hemp. We do not have hemp, That's the only one we're missing right now. The cotton will not stay in here. I think what I want to do with the cotton is actually move the cotton. I'm going to do a second little plot of land right back here. You can kind of see right here. This is where I found the broccoli. Right back here, we're going to do a second plot of land right here for just the cotton, and cotton alone will go in here. Watermelons and stuff are going to be scattered about, as are the pumpkins. And then, like I said, the grass is going to be kind of up at this level throughout the property. I also tinkered around with doing some gravel paths. I like the gravel, the way it sounds under my feet when I walk, so I did a little bit of work here, and then eventually what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to iron out our paths and find out where they're going to be. I imagine this one's going to come down here, slope down the hill here, and then curve around here, and then head for the front door of the house. So that'll be the path there. Over here, I've just barely have kind of laid out an idea for where the barn is going to go. I don't think this is big enough. I think it needs to be a little bit wider. I do believe I want to bring this actually all the way over to here and then take it back so it's a little bit wider, and I think I want to go back a little bit longer with it too. I did some grass work back in here as well and kind of cleared this out. But yeah, I think the barn is going to have to come back, and then back in here we're actually going to put our pens for the animals, and the pens will actually stretch next to the cotton farm over to there. And just to give it a look of, we've got lots of room for some animals, you know? And I've added a few more spruce trees right along there too to kind of hide the mountain a little bit. I think I might even add some spruce trees up on top of the mountainside itself, just to kind of blend that mountain in and make it not quite so barren looking. It's pretty barren. So that is what I was up to over the weekend. Lots of busy work. I hope you guys liked the little farm. I did the fencing and stuff. I had a really good time with this, a really good time plotting out the garden. And I think this is a pretty substantial farm area too. We're going to have quite a few crops. And like I said, the cotton will come out of there, and maybe the tomatoes eventually will come out of there as well. I just saw everything jump up a little bit. Everything grew just a little bit right there. But yeah, everything needs to be harvested more. We'll probably we'll take the cotton out of here, like I said, for a second thing, and maybe the tomatoes will come out of here too. And this will all be just carrots, potatoes, lettuce, and broccoli throughout this entire thing. And the strawberries we're going to plant kind of here and there throughout the property, just for some fun and to have a little bit of red color here and there, just for kind of just to add some color around the property. That's what we're going to do there. All right, with all of that taken care of now, what I wanted to do today was get started on an outhouse. And I had kind of an idea in my head as to how I want to do that. Let's see if we've got some blocks. We do. I think we're going to get these back, so I'm not too concerned about it. We're going to take those, and we have 6 wood planks, 65 beam there. We're going to take that out of there and just kind of work on seeing if we can't get, yeah, you know, an outhouse going. We need one. We're going to need one. Not general resources, lumber, max, and boom. There we go. We got 40 pieces of that. So what piece of wood? What do we have in our inventory right now? This is a 65, and that is also a 65. So that means, which one is that? Wood plank 65. Oh, wrong way. Let's go this way with it. That's interesting. Why would... Oh, that's 64. There we go, 65. Okay, yeah, that one will work just fine for the outhouse. We want it to look... Actually, you know what? It will not work for that. Wood plank, wood beam. We want the gray wood. We want something that's bleached in the sun. It's going to have a tough time, you know, just basically being... It's an outhouse, you know. It's not a pleasant place. Not a pleasant place at all. You didn't go in there and spend a whole lot of time in there. No, you did not. And the door, we want a door. Doors. And we wanted this one right there. Bam. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and get started on it. I want to put it right over... I think right over here is where I want to put the outhouse. So we've got some blocks. Let's do this right here. Now the outhouse on the outside, the front, this is going to be the front of it right here. The doors are 2 wide and 4 high, so that's how big we want it there. And it does not have to be huge. I've got an idea, though. We're going to start with a stone frame first, and we're going to encase it. Let's see. I'm going to see if this is going to work. I don't know if it will or not, but we're going to give it a shot and see. 3, and... yeah. Outhouse. Gotta have one, right? And I was thinking about this all weekend. It's like, okay, how am I going to go about building this outhouse? I've never done it before. I don't know if you guys have ever built an outhouse before, but I've not. I've seen them. I've been in them before. They weren't necessary to use anymore. They were just part of an old homestead that we were looking at. Something like that right there. And then we don't really need anything in there. Let's get the door, and let's see just how the door looks on here. It can open out, that's fine. Let's go ahead and grid that. We're going to do like so. There we go, beautiful. Okay, so that is the size of our outhouse. We want it to open out because we're going to have to go in to do our business. Indeed. All right, so my idea here is like this. Let's see here. We got these guys here. We're going to put these guys way down here so I don't get them mixed up. And let's do that right there. Let's go grid. And let's stretch that up. Let's go control. No, that's just going to bring it up and down. So let's go grid again. Actually, you know what? Let's leave the grid off. Let's take control off as well. Let's see. Let's go. That's not what I wanted to do, though. I did want to use the grid. It wants to lift it straight up off the ground, though. No, it's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that is not what I wanted to do. If I spin this around, will that do anything different in terms of me being able to... oh boy, let's see. Control, grid off. There we go. No, it just wants to go that way. Okay, so... let's go grid again. If we don't... okay, it wants to be there. Okay, let's just do that. We're going to go ahead and bring it all the way down till it's on the ground. We're going to go with the beams being that long. That's going to work just fine. We can add a little bit of extra roof on it. No big deal. Okay. And one here too, like so. Beautiful. Now, let's see if we can get these guys to behave for us. There we go. No. I didn't do any building yesterday, so now it's like I'm rusty all over again. Do we want to go up and down with the slats? I think so. Yeah, we do. Let's go. I'm just trying to figure out which direction I want the slats to go, and I think this might be the best choice. Let's go ahead and stretch that out as far as we can, and we could do this right here, and let's hit plus, like so. We probably don't want too much gap in there, but if we do this, it's going to take it all the way across. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's do that right there. Now, question for you. Let's see something. If I take these stones out, will that destroy the boards, or will the boards stay in place? Ah, they're going to stay in place. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted them to do. Okay, and again over on this side. And we're going to just drag them left across. Give them a click, and bam, we're in. And we're going to do the same thing over here. I need more wood. More planks. Construction, wood plank. Let's get a bunch of those. We're out of wood now. Let's grab some more wood. We're going to need it. And we'll grab this little stack of 20 here. We'll leave that little foundation down there because it won't matter. We won't be able to see that. And here we're going to go like so and like so. Looks like we're going to have to shrink this one down just a little bit, just a hair, like that. Now let's see what happens if we take all this stone out. Let me get this stone out of here and I'll bring you guys back. I don't want you to have to watch me break all this. It takes a little while. Okay, putting the blocks up did help. It does help. I'm just now moving this over so it's kind of lined up a little bit, and we're going to use a couple of big planks up here. And I do not want this building to look perfect in any way, shape, or form. This is a bathroom, plain and simple. And hit Control again. I don't want it to be perfect. The roof is yeah, it's messed up and stuff. It doesn't look right, but that's okay. This is a place to go to the bathroom. That's what they do here. That's all they do in here. And I don't think an outhouse was any place anybody spent any time in any more than they had to. So there we go. We've got ourselves a bit of an outhouse. Is there a hole? No. But it's an outhouse. If you guys have got a trick that you know of for an outhouse, let me know. I'm not going to put a toilet in here because that would not make sense. But there is an outhouse. To be honest, I looked up medieval bathrooms and Googled pictures. And to be honest, they went to the bathroom in a what's it called? It was just a pot that's set next to the bed. They would go in that. You know, they had large bathrooms for large groups of people with just holes and boards, and basically it was like an indoor outhouse. But for the most part, it was just that. And then they had tubs. They had tubs that they would put hot water in and take a bath. God, probably what? Maybe 2-3 times a year? If that even. So it wasn't anything fancy. But yeah, just imagine there's a hole right there. So outhouse installed with the old door. I think that looks good. Yeah, we'll do that. That is the outhouse. Now I want a well. I want a well for the yard. And we're going to put that out front. It seems to me that's where it would be. I like these blocks, these stacked stone. I feel like this guy's got a lot of this stacked stone around. So he's used the mine that's nearby here, and that's where he's getting all his stone. Let's put this over here. Let's put that up there. Let's get this grass out of our inventory as well. I restocked our stone. We've got a bunch of stone right here, and as you can see on page 1, I've got a bunch more stone too. I think I went out and picked up like 30 stacks of stone over the weekend to get busy on that again. Excuse me. And the well we're going to put right out here. Yeah, this looks good to me. Let's see, it's curve. Okay, so here, there we go. And we need a 4 slot in the middle. For the curve blocks, we need a couple of those. We need 4 of those. No, we need more than 4. We need, let's see here, stone bricks. Yeah, this is going to be the brick the farmer uses the most, this stacked stone. I actually have some stacked stone on my property. The people that lived here before built a shed on the side of the house, and there's a shed in the backyard, and they actually used the stacked stone method, which is not a very good method of building, but it's what they had. They actually did some landscaping work in the yard, and that's what they... Oh my God. All right. That one just went nowhere. And they, so they actually used the stacked stone. And then we need one more of those now because one disappeared under the earth. It's somewhere down there. And let's do that right there. It's kind of a staple well look for me, but I do want to try to get a roof on it this time. A better roof than the last one we built in the first season. See if we can accomplish that. All right. That's as far as I got. I just cannot seem to get the beams to snap around for me and get to where they need to be, so I'm going to have to do some more research on it and just kind of figure out exactly what it is I'm doing wrong. And with your patience, I shall figure this all out. I didn't have much trouble over the weekend. Like I said, a little difficulty getting some of the trim work done on the house just because it was just in some weird places. And there's so many beams and stuff on here right now that it made it tricky. So maybe I'm just missing a little something, and I need to work on that a little bit and get that figured out. But there's a little bit of a well here for to get water out of. I would like to get a little A-frame on here, like so, is what I would like to do on both of these. But every time I take, I'll show you exactly what it's doing every time I do it. As soon as I hit this here, this beam, it wants to change. Like I want this angle on here, but boom, as soon as I get up there, it starts to do that. Now I can take it and put it on here, on the stone. And then it starts to, it kind of, but it's like reading this beam in here or the beams on the side, and it just does not want to let me get that to go the right way. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, just, and then if I hit grid, it does the same thing. It's just not letting me, oh geez, I dropped that. Oh, that is a beam I will never get back. Okay. It just will not let me snap it to the corners there, which is really strange. Very strange indeed. It just grabs it out of my hand. Was that the last one I had too? Well, we got these over here. Yeah, I can't freestyle this any way, shape, or form. It wants to take it from me. And then once I get it here, I can't use the arrow keys to get it to move around. Now, I moved it around because now you can see it's all screwed up on the ground. But as soon as I get back up here, boom, it does this. It starts grabbing hold of these beams. So I'm not quite sure yet what I'm doing wrong. I'll have to do some more research to try to figure that out. But there we have a little bit of a well. We have an outhouse now on the property with an old rickety door on it, all wooded up. Unfortunately, I could not get the seat to come out right, but that's okay. It's still an outhouse, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious what that is, I think. Pretty obvious. And then next thing I want to get started on when we come back for the next episode, I think I want to iron out where the barn is going to be and just how big it's going to be. Like I said, I think we're going to stretch this out to about here and bring it all the way down. One last thing I wanted to take a look at today. Sledgehammer, scythe, oh, rolling pin, here it is. Oh, okay, looking in the wrong spot. Let's try that, because I've tried the command thing a couple of times now, based on your instruction, and it did not bring it to me. So, let's craft one of those. Okay, I can use that to swing. Okay, all right. But yeah, let's try this again. If I hit, bring it up here, command not found. If I write spawn, PC, and a space with cow, nothing. Spawn, PC, space, pig, nothing. Spawn, PC, space. Is it supposed to be like this maybe? Spawn, PC, space, pig. Like that? No. So let me know. There's something wrong with the command you're giving me. It's not the right command. It's not working. So a little more detail on that stuff. I think I'm gonna have to sleep here pretty quick. Well, let's give this a whirl. Let's see if we can get that pig to run over this way. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't work. I don't know. Do I still struggle with the game a little bit? Yeah. But am I okay with it? I am. It's okay. It's been fun. Sometimes it gets a little frustrating for me because things don't go. I figure they should snap together a little bit easier than they do. But I'll work around it. I'll figure it out. I will figure it all out. Okay, so I'm told that this will not hurt the animals as much. No, 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 Peg. I want you to go back. That's it. That's it. That a boy. Oh, look at this. I can herd them. Oh, nice. Okay. Will you stop running? He's just going to keep on running. I'm wondering if he just de-aggroes after a while. Okay, he ran into the house there. Is he slowing down? He doesn't appear to be slowing down either. It was just a little test, you know. But okay, we can herd the animals, so that's good. I like that. Where'd he go? Where's the pig? He go behind the house here? Where'd that little oinker go? Oh, he's up on the mountain. He's still running. Oh, now he looks like he's done being aggro. Let's see if I go up next to him, will he freak out again? Okay, looks like he's done... Oh, ouch, sorry. Ouch. Let's see when he hits the ground. Does he take off running or does he just kind of hang out? Oh, beautiful. Okay, so they stay aggro for a little while, but not too long. So we should be able to box him in with something, huh? Let's take a sleep real fast. Awesome. So yeah, then I guess I don't need the commands. I'll just go out and herd those animals back because there is a bunch of animals out here. And as far as I know, the goats will actually chase me back, so that's a good thing. Now, you guys said the blocks don't work as well as the just the fencing in of the animals. So next episode, what we will do is we'll get the barn ironed out. We've got the pig over here. He's not going to wander very far, so we're pretty good there. So we'll leave him there, and then we'll get the cow. There's a cow right over there, and there's a bunch of animals just right over there. So we'll aggro them and get them over here, and we'll get a few animals in the yard and have a little bit of livestock on the farm as well. I think that'll work out perfect. So yeah, next episode, barn, and maybe what we'll do is we'll get a kind of a corral set up too for the animals, so we can start getting some of them into place. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Sorry about the mistakes and the frustration I went through again getting things built, but you know, it just kind of happens with a game. I believe this is, as I've said before, I believe this is pre-alpha, so we're doing the best we can with what we've got. And, you know, it's coming along. It's coming along. We do have a well out front with the water in it, so we can actually take and fill in that water hole over there. We don't need it anymore. A little bit of yard work going on. We've got to get our paths put in. All kinds of extra work needs to be done. But look at the fruit trees in the front yard. Look how nice they look, huh? With the apples and the cherries and stuff. I think that's going to look really nice. And like I said, we'll put a little bit of a fence right here, and we'll bring this land up and make this kind of the greeting area, and we'll be good to go. I think what I'll do also is I will round this out so that this is the corner blocks down here, so it looks a little bit smoother around the edges. But that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Again, hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, do hit that like button for me. Comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. Have an awesome, fantastic, and superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. Outhouse time. Oh, yes. Yes, Outhouse time.